Hi, today we're going to be solving some word problems that use money, so word problems with decimals. Let's jump right in. Carson spent $15.99 for 2 books and 3 pens. The books cost $4.95 each. Sales tax on the total purchase was $1.22. Carson also used a coupon for 50 cents off his purchase. If each pen had the same cost, how much did each pen cost? All right, first things first, this is a word problem, so the very first step, no matter what you are thinking, is to write your answer statement. So, boom, there we go. Each pen cost blank. We know its amount of money, and we know that that's what we're answering. If each pen had the same cost, how much did each pen cost? Each pen cost this much. Great. Now, the book would tell us that there's a strategy for solving these types of problems, which is to use a flow chart. Create a flow chart that looks like this. Flow chart means that you're writing a list of things that sort of are connected with different arrows and steps and rules. I think this is a very silly way to solve this problem. I think it's overly confusing and doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's try a different strategy. Now, the strategy I'm going to want to use is the bar model. It's my favorite. I love it. It makes a really clear picture of the situation. I know some of you would say that you can solve this problem without the bar model, and that's actually okay, as long as you know how to use the bar model, and as long as, of course, you still do your answer statement. So, first question with the bar model is who or what is in the problem. This problem has a bunch of different things. We've got books. We've got pens, we've got tax, and we have a coupon. So we can start filling this in now with the proper boxes. There's 2 books and 3 pens. So I'm not going to be super careful about all these boxes being exactly the same, but I know that the books are the same cost and the pens are the same cost as each other, but not necessarily as the books, so I'm going to make them slightly different sizes. The books cost $4.95 each, so I can put that in to these boxes. I'm just now filling in all of the information I know. Do I know what the pens are? Not yet. Sales tax on the total purchase was $1.22, so I'll just fill that in, $1.22. It doesn't matter that they're not really the right size. The $4.95 is not bigger than the $1.22. That doesn't really bother me. This is sort of the weird part. The coupon is 50 cents off the purchase. So I'm going to write that in here as 50 cents, but I'm going to show that as different. I'm going to circle that or write it with a minus sign to show that the coupon is not something he paid, it's something that was a discount. So the last part, which is actually the first part here, is that all together Carson spent $15.99. So now I know what I have to figure out. I have to figure out the cost of the pens, which is what goes in these boxes. I can draw a line there, I could draw a question mark to show that that's what I'm going to be solving. But now I have a clear picture of what needs to be done. I need to add up the numbers that I see here, I need to combine them together, and then once I find what's left, I have to divide that into these 3 groups. So over here I can do $4.95 plus $4.95 plus $1.22. That's what he spent on books and then tax. And then I know that he had a coupon to save 50 cents, so I'm going to subtract the 50 cents to get the amount that he spent altogether. 2 minus 0 is just 2. 11 minus 5 is 6. And so it looks like he spent $10.62 for pens. So my last step is now to divide that into those 3 groups, divide that by 3. 3 goes into 10. 3 times, that's 9. I'm afraid I might run out of space. Bring down my 6. Oops. I'm going to bring up my decimal. 15. Three goes into 12 4 times, which is 12. Beautiful, perfect. I'm done, no remainder. So I know that this is the amount, $3.54, is what goes into each of these boxes. And I can go back and answer my question. Each pen costs $3.54. Great. Let's try another problem. I'm going to want you to do some of the work this time, so make sure you have a piece of paper and a pen or pencil to write out some of your thinking. I will wait here until you have that. All right, let's go. Last week, Vivian spent a total of $20. She spent $9.95 for tickets to the school fair, $5.95 for food, and the rest for 2 rings that were on sale at the school fair. If each ring had the same cost, how much did each ring cost? Great. All right. What is our first step? I hope you said it was to write an answer statement. So now our answer statement is each ring costs blank. We can start to solve the problem. I'm again going to use the bar model, and I'll help set that up. And I know that some of you will have other ways to do it, but I'm going to show you how I would do this with the bar model. She spent a total of $20, so I can even start by putting that in if I want to. The total is $20. She spent $9.95 for tickets to the school fair. Tickets. $9.95. She bought food for $5.95. And the rest for 2 rings. Okay. Fairly simple. I have to put these together, I have to figure out what's left, and then I have to divide that by 2. Why don't you go ahead and do that on paper and tell me what you got? Fantastic. I got that each ring cost $2.05. I did my work here, so if you got the same thing, pat yourself on the back. If you got something different, check your work to mine and come in tomorrow ready to talk about it. Thanks. See you next time.